Good evening, welcome to my channel. Feel free, guys. If you are new here, first of all, subscribe. If you are a subscriber, if you are just, guys, share, like, leave a comment, ask me anything you want to know. Yeah, as I said there before, guys, you know that I live and work in Germany. And here, of course, sometimes it's very hard to find the African ingredients for anything, you know, to make African food. But you have to be clever. You have to look, to search for the African ingredient, you know, like Chinese shops. There are shops from Nigeria, you know, Africanish shops, which are normally called Afro shops, where you can find something similar to your country, you know. But you know, those things are Ghana, uh, yeah, such countries, you know. You can find only few Afro shops from East Africa, you know, but the Nigerians mostly, they have Afro shops where you can find something similar to your country, you know, similar ingredients for your country. And also Chinese shops, they have very nice like African food. They have some of our food. Like when I want to cook ugali, I buy normally the best maize flour. You know, maize flour in a Chinese shop, the white one. The other shops have only the yellow one. You know, but if you are not familiar to that, if you don't know any Chinese shop, that's why you see many people buy this yellow maize flour or ugali flour to just to have that feeling, that home feeling, you know. So uh, guys, anyway, just ask. If you live in Europe, in Germany, ask people where you can find Chinese, okay, Chinese, not Chinese, Chinese shops, Chinese supermarkets, or Thailandish supermarkets, and or Turkish supermarkets. There are so many. For example, I buy minced meat from Turkish supermarket. They sell very nice beef, and it's where I buy also the the karanga, you know, the meat for karanga, and where I buy normally sometimes lamb, where I can grill, you know. I like grilling lamb. I don't cook, or I don't boil lamb. I just grill it, and it's very amazing. It is just tastes like goat meat, you know, because here you can't. It's very difficult to find. That's why I replace that one with lamb, you know, for grilling, and it's very tasty. Just go there below. Look, that is that is a wheat flour. Yeah, just go there. I have a video over there down, which I showed you guys how to use the lamb meat to grill it. You will find how I do it. Thank you so much. And guys, now without further ado, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with very few, as I said before, ingredients, which I'm going to make samosas with. Today, this evening, I promised you to show you how to make simple, um, samosas. Very simple, just for beginners, guys. It's not complicated. And the ingredient nearest shop in your area. And so, guys, let me turn my camera and show you. So here, guys, I boiled a little bit more minced meat. Of course, beef. I prefer beef because I don't like very much pork minced meat. So I used beef. And this one I bought from the Turkish supermarket, where you can buy very fresh meat, you know, which is not refrigerated. So I bought 1 kilo, but I'm going to just to take the amount I need, like 500 gram. So here I have one onion. Of course, you can use two onions, normal size. So I just used one onion and some garlic. You can see here, there's some garlic. And here also there is dania. This is fresh dania. It's not powder, but you can find also, if you fresh dania, you can find also powder. They have in supermarkets powder. Okay, dania in powder form, you know. But I bought this one in the Turkish shops also. You can find it there. And here I have some pilipili, chili, but I'm not going to use all of them because, but if you have kids also, if you have kids, you don't have to use chili. You know yourself, you know how you cook, you know how you cook for your kids, or you can just divide the amount of samosas you want to put chili inside, and the other ones which you don't want to put chili inside. So you will decide for yourself. So I'm going to use here one of the chilies, because here in my home we are chili we are all chili eaters. So I'll use one. And here for the pockets, you know, the samosas have, we make samosas with pockets. And normally when you are too busy and have a lot of work, you don't have time to make your pockets, you can buy pockets also in the supermarket. Like in the Chinese supermarket, they have pockets, samosa pockets, which you can buy over there. But I make mine. That's why you see 1 cup or 1 mug of wheat flour for the pockets. I'll make that for self, you know. So first of all, you have seen everything is ready here. You saw that the ingredients are not too much, and they are not complicated either. Because if it's here, we have minced meat which is boiled already, and you can't boil meat without putting a little bit salt. So this meat is just boiled without anything else, only salt inside, a little bit of salt. And we have here onion. You can use 2 if you want, but I use 1 today, and some garlic. Of course you can use garlic. You can use 2 pieces as you wish, but I use a little bit more. I like garlic. And here just a half handful of half or a quarter, as you can see, of dania. I don't use tomatoes. The tomatoes are just there in my kitchen, so I used that for putting my dania on top. So forget about the tomatoes. I'm not going to use the tomatoes. So here I have 1 chili, as you can see. Note very carefully. And here of use a little bit a piece of salt. And my mixture, if you want, you can use curry powder inside the meat, or turmeric, or paprika, as you can. This is pepper, red pepper powder, as you can see. So guys, it's not so complicated. So just watch and see step by step how I am going to make my samosas. And first of all, cheers. So I will cut this onion into very small pieces, and this is my magic frying pan, which I use in the oven, and also frying onions or frying something else. And also it will be the last one to be, or to fry the to dip some samosas. So watch and see, guys, how I am going to do it. So we are going here to, first of all, to I have here a vessel on mortar here, which I'm going to put my garlic in. Of course, if you don't want your garlic to jump when you are pounding it, you have to use a little bit of salt. That's the trick. You put some salt inside so that the garlic, to prevent the garlic from jumping out when you are pounding, you know. That's a secret, guys. So here is the onion. I cut it this side and this other side, and then I cut across or vertically or horizontally, I don't know. To remove the outer skin. You see? So I will cut my onion also again into half. And then again across. If possible, into very small pieces. And put it in the frying pan. So you see how it is. So we are going to pound the garlic. Now I think you can see there is no garlic which is jumping out. Now it's ready. So I like using, as I told you before in my other videos, I like using wood. I like using wooden spoons. Of course, they are good. They are natural. You know, they are organic. So I'll put a little bit of oil. I use sunflower oil, as you can see here. So I'll put my cooker on so that I can fry the onion and the garlic. There is nothing else inside. As you saw that, you will fry just for half a minute. And in the process, I'm going to put on the oven just very low heat, so that I can show you the next step. Do you call it preheating the oven? When there is nothing inside, you just make it warm. You make it warm first, you prepare it for something. So with that getting a little bit warm, I'm going to cut the dania. Guys, the king on in my eyes, as you can see, you can hear how I am speaking. I'm cutting onions. I already cut onions and I'm cutting now onions in my eyes. So this is the dania, just cut. So you'll put dania inside. And then again my meat. That was one minute or half a minute, of course. You don't have to wait for it to be brown. Because if you fry the whole still brown, the flavor and all the essential vitamins or proteins will just fade away. So look at that mixture, guys. So I'm going to turn off the cooker. Remember, I'm turning off the cooker. I'm not turning off the oven. There is a difference between cooker and oven. I know you know that, my people. So don't mistake that one. The oven is down, the cooker is here up. In my kitchen, of course. So guys, look at that mixture. And if you want, you can put a little bit of black pepper. fresh green or grinded black pepper. So that's enough. In fact, I have a lot of spices here. First of all, this is salt here down. This is mixed spices. This is chili. This is pepper, yeah, white and mixed. And this is red, white, black pepper used mixed together. You can put in these spices, you can put other spices if you want. You can also put pepper powder or anything else you want, or garlic powder, anything you want. But this is my combination now. These are my combination. So this is finished. As you can see how delicious and the mixture, how rich it looks. You see? I'm going to put it aside to wait for it to cool down and to be a little bit to have the the room temperature zone, not to be so hot, so that I can start using it. I can start working on it. So I'm going to start here. This I have finished with these ones. So I'm going to work on the flour, on the on the baking flour. Now you can, first of all, I told you first, if I'm working in my kitchen, I will apply oil. It doesn't matter, cooking oil or olive oil on my hands, on my fingers. Very nice, so that my fingers will remain soft and not so dry, you know. So here we have a mug. This is a mug of wheat flour or baking flour, which we are going to put here inside. As you can see. And then again, we are going to use a piece of salt in it. I will use a spoon. So I'm not going to use a lot of complicated things. I'm going to use a little bit of my 2 spoons. Mix nicely. Then you'll add some water, not boiling water, but warm water, not cold, just warm. You will add some water over there, and you will mix together till you get the best dough or dough, whatever you call it. Don't put a lot of water, you just destroy it. Just put the amount of water you would like your 1 mug of wheat flour to have, you know. You can just put the water while mixing with your hands so that you can see how much water you need. But for me, I measure with my eyes, you know, and it comes out very good. That was um half of the cup, half of one half, a cup. Sorry, sorry, I'm mixed up. One mug of baking flour and half of warm water, please. You'll mix together. If your water is a little bit more, you'll add on some baking flour the way you like it, you know, the way you want your dough to appear. Like mine is already, look, it's already nice. And the water was right, the water was the right amount. So I'm not scared of that. I just measure with my eyes. Baby, usikuja hapa karibu. So look at my dough, how it is. Very nice. Here I will just remove like 3 to 4 balls of doughs, as you can see. Kuna kitu nataka hapa? Be? Kuna kitu nataka? Mami. So look how it is. If you see that your dough is not sticking to the fingers, as you can see mine is fingers, you will know that it is ready and it is ready to be worked on. You see, it's not sticking to my fingers. So this is ready. You see? The fingers are very, very clean. It's not sticking to the fingers. So it's ready. So here, back. Na kitu kingine wataka? Haya. So let's now start working on the flour. On the dough. Sorry, on the dough. These are papers, and they are baking papers, which are very nice, as you can see. If you live in Germany, you know these ones, and also in Africa there are so many in the supermarkets. So Africa is very in some African countries are very sophisticated, and they have everything what can have also here. So This is my dough, and I'm going to use. I returned my baking flour, which I'm going to scatter everywhere there in this baking paper. And so that I can start my cutting, cutting the dough. So I will apply the flour everywhere, so it looks like that, and then I will form something long like that, where I will take a pizza cutter. I cut with the pizza cutter. I'll cut them just the same size, the balls, of course. So let's start cutting. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 of them. I told you 3 to 4. This mug of this one of wheat flour or baking flour, you can form 4 pieces of balls. So note that. So we are going to prepare our balls nicely, as you can see. So nicely. So those are our balls. So we are going to put them inside this bowl here inside, as you can see. And then we put some flour here, so that we can work from here, from this baking paper. Sorry. Here, you know it, for chapatis, of course. Very nice one. I like it. So this is one. I take one and I try to knead it. But not too much. If it's this size, you see, if it is this size, I will put it aside. I'll show you. Let's put it here. Just a very simple place. So I'll put it there. As you can see, you can just take you can even take you can use a plate if you want, but I will just do it very simple. To use whatever I can find, to improvise things. You see the size, this size. Then I will put it on top of this one. Voila. This one on top of the other ones, the two ones, and the last. So it's this one. See again. Take some baking flour. This is for beginners, guys. I told you, for beginners. It's not complicated. It's very simple. So my balls. These are my balls, as you can see. So I'll take one by one and put it and turn it. And make sure the both sides have enough flour on top. So I will add another amount of baking flour. The last one. So still our balls, but looks good. They look very good. So guys, this is the most interesting part. So we will take one here. Remember, the oven is still warming up, you know, it's still warming up. So guys, look here very carefully. So we will take our oil. You see here the oil, and I will look for the spoon. So this is oil. You put like 3 big spoons of oil in that bowl. As you can see, it's not a lot. So we'll be taking our oil from there, and these are my gloves, kitchen gloves. Of course, once you have to use them once and then throw them away, not every time. So we are going to mix with hands, not mix, to pat with hands. The other side, both sides with oil, as you can see, both sides. And then we take another here, put on top, apply oil, and then the other side. with oil. The third one here, put on top. Oil, and we pat with hands. We rub with hands. We turn it the other side. Apply oil. The last one here on top, and we apply oil on top, and then rub. We turn it, and then some oil, and rub. Make sure you rub on top and both sides, and then again here on the sides, so that everywhere can be can have oil, you know. So look how it is, how they are, sorry. So that's the most interesting part, guys. We are going to apply some baking flour, just very carefully, not too much. Just turn it, apply some flour, and then, guys, take our food kneader and knead the mix, the balls or the dough. You need till they are thin, not very thin, but thin. So using the same baking paper, you open your preheated oven, and place it in this. Put it in the oven. Put them in the oven and close the oven and increase the heat by 100. and let the dough now warm, just warm, dry. Let it dry for about 3 minutes. So we are finished there, and here we are also finished. We are waiting for it to, in fact it's okay, it is not warm, okay, it is not hot, it has cooled down, and it is good to work on it. Yeah, it is good to work on. So while you are waiting for those 3 minutes, you will here need a little bit of, let's say, half of the mug, let's say half baking flour, half the mug of baking flour, or just, let's say, forget about that, cancel that one. You will need a quarter, a mug, as you can see, of the baking flour. You put it there, and then you put also some very little water inside, a little bit of salt, like a piece of salt, don't forget it. Mix to form a kind of light, dough. Guys, this dough will act like, it is like porridge, like it will act like glue for the pockets, you know, for the samosa pockets. Now you know. So the glue, you don't have to make, okay, to make a lot of it, just a little bit of it, and it will be enough for those pockets, you know. Just prepare. The reason to why I don't tell you how much water you have to put inside is like it's very simple. You have to prepare it the way you make, the way you prepares your pancakes in the morning, you know, that kind of dough, that kind of pancake dough, not very thick and not very light, you know, that kind of, it will act like glue to the pockets. As you can see how it is, it's like it's pancake like, you know, not very thick, not very watery, you see. So that's enough. The reason why I use these bowels several times is I don't want to fill my dishwasher with a lot of dishes. I just washed, like today I washed dishes once, so I want to wash them again tomorrow, not today again. So that's why I use the same bowl. Look how it is. So this will act like glue to the pockets. Don't forget. So look, and this is very much enough. This amount is very much enough. So we are finished there. I will wash this bowl again to prepare it, to prepare it for the samosas, to put the samosas inside when they are ready. And also I will use the same frying pan to deep fry the samosas. So guys, so that I can minimize the amount of dirty dishes here. So I will wash this one. So before I finish with it, I'll check on the pockets. They are ready. 3 minutes are over, and I guess they are ready now. So this doesn't need anything else. I'm going to put it in the dishwasher. It has finished its work, its job. Its job is over, and this other one also. So let's see, our pockets are ready. So guys, I'm so excited to show you how they look like. Original and very fresh. So look, those are going to be our pockets. As you can see. So let's see. Interesting, the most interesting part. Look. So guys, I know that you are so excited to see what kind of trick is going to be used here. So I'm going to remove this metal here and put it again in the oven. Of course, the oven has finished its work also. Turn it off. So let's see our pockets, how we are going to remove them from each other. But they are very hot. So look guys. Look. Oh, so nice. So nice. Look. Nice. In fact, before we remove them, we can cut also, we can trim the sides. You know, we can trim the sides also. Don't worry. We are going to trim the sides so that we can get something very proportional. Those sides. See? Can trim the sides. It doesn't matter. You see? trimmed the sides. So I'm going to lift this a little bit. So as you can see, it looks squared. It is squared. So when it's squared, we can also cut into horizontal parts, horizontally, like that. Or we can cut it vertically. So the same size. So we are going to try and cut it vertically or horizontally. I don't know. I'm not sure. Sorry guys. That was the onions. That were the onions. Wow. Look. The pockets. So the first one is here. It's also very dry now at this time. It is splitting by itself. So as you can see, so look guys, the pockets are finished. So we are going to still use this baking paper for the folding and making on dressing and what have you of the samosas. Is there anything else here? I think not. Oh, there are two. There are two, I can see. There are two of them. You see how nice they are coming off each other. So that's the trick, guys. That's the trick. Worry about anything. So let's start by one. Let's start with one of them. And we are going to take our glue here near us. Here. And one pocket here. So this time we are going to use a small spoon for filling the pockets and our hands, of course. So we are going to fold the pockets. Look very carefully and learn something. We are going to fold this way, as you can see. Look very carefully. And then again that way. You see how I made it? And we will form here a pocket. As you can see, a pocket here. You see? So this pocket, we will fill it. So first, let's start with our hands, just a bit by bit. So I'll test. Very delicious. So down again there, we will proceed to fold it like that. As you can see. And then is the highest time we are going to apply the glue, you know, for the last, for the final attaches. You see? So let me wipe my hands first. So I'll place my camera. So as you can see, that's a samosa. Those are pockets which I made myself. Look how the samosa looks like. Just nice, formed, you know. Ta-la! So guys, let's work on the another here. If you see the edges, if you see that the edges are a little bit thick than the entire part, just cut them nicely off, you know, so that you can have something equal like this. So guys, let's work on this other one. As you can see, it is this in this form. You have to take one end and fold it this way. Just look very carefully. Fold this way, as you see, and then again back. Look very carefully, back, as you see. So that is to can form something like a pocket. So when it's like that, you have here a pocket, and you have here something flapping here. So here you have a pocket. This pocket, you have to fill it, you know, with meat or with vegetables, whatever you have for your samosas. I know some of you are vegetarians, you know, so you can use also vegetables in your samosas. It must not be always meat, you know. So I respect your lifestyle, your living lifestyle, you know. So don't fill it too much to overflow. So look. So here you have something flapping here, which you will close like that. And then you have something like that. Final attaches, you apply the glue in your final attaches. You apply the flapping piece, you know, like that. And then you fold together there. And here also, you apply and you fold together there. So as I told you, these are samosas for beginners, guys. You can begin that way and then you become a professional, you know. So let's take another. As I told you, if the hinges are a little bit thick than the entire part, you can trim them. You can go on and trim them a little bit. These are okay. So we start again. We take this end to here. Look very carefully to here. Look. And then again, we fold again to there. And then we turn it into our side to show you the pocket. So you see the pocket is here. The pocket is here and there is something flapping here down or falling down there. So we are going to fill our pocket. Then we will cover there. And you see, we will cover again. And you see, here and there, a bigger one and a smaller one. So we will apply both the glue and fold that way. Then the glue here and fold together that way. If here looks open, you can apply some glue also. It will stick there together. I promise you it won't come out, because the glue is very special for the samosas. So guys, let's do it.